Pakistani social media, even in 2014, they said the same thing. Because at that time, if you remember, Nawaz Sharif had said about Manmohan Singh, he said, why does India keep going to America to complain about Pakistan? That time, Mr. Modi, who was Chief Minister of Gujarat, turned around and said that, how dare you insult my Prime Minister?
Yeah.
So the Pakistanis were like, look, we are so important for India.
हमारा क्या बन गया है? Pakistan is very important in Indian elections. In 10,000 words that Modi spoke in 2019, 9 words were Pakistan. It was that important. The elections were fought on something completely different. The election was not fought on Pulwama. The election was fought on social welfare. But you've dumbed it down ke Pulwama.
Pakistanis hate being ignored by India. You know, there's something that they sort of really riles them up.
It's so easy for people in social media to say, why don't you ignore Pakistan? Why not concentrate on China, which is the bigger enemy? It's a bigger country and a bigger threat as compared to Pakistan. What do you have to say to that?
China is the bigger enemy. China is the more dangerous enemy. But you cannot ignore Pakistan because Pakistan can, if you turn your back on Pakistan, that's where you'll get hit. We must not ignore Pakistan. Look at what happened in Rajouri. You think that Pakistan is in a mess. You've had 2 attacks with 5 Indian soldiers have died. You cannot ignore Pakistan, and it's a radicalized Pakistan and it's a hungry Pakistan. It will become an angry Pakistan. And the only way the establishment is going to divert that anger is towards India. Therefore, we need to be very, very watchful and very, very careful of what is happening in Pakistan, because a lot of this bakwas is going to land up on our doorstep.
When they say, now, why are you giving so much importance to Pakistan? It is one thing to study the enemy. It is one thing to focus on the enemy. And it is another thing to do all this puppy-juppy nonsense which we keep doing. We are the same people. All that nonsense which happens.
Ekko hi hai.
Ekko hi hai, ji, sara. Acha, and then this familiar trope.
Assi ekko hi hai,
ये politicians ने हमको divide किया. बाकी तो हम बड़े अच्छे थे. अगर इतने अच्छे थे और लोगों के बीच में कोई problem ही नहीं थी, तो फिर partition क्यों किया?
ये दरारें तो
कत्लेआम क्यों किया? वो politician ने करवाया था कि खुद तुमने एक दूसरे को मारा. They love getting their backsides kicked and then want it again and again and again.
If you see the qaida, I've seen the qaida. A for apple, B for ball. वहाँ से होता है Z's पे जालिम. And एक सरदार जी के फोटोग्राफ है वहाँ पे. So the mind of a 5-year-old child, all sardars are zalim. Does say Daku, and you have a Hindu with a big thorn
and a janeu.
And a janeu
Choti.
and a bodhi.
Choti,
So the mind of a child, 5-year-old child, all Hindus are Dakus. Now, if you're ingrained this from the age of 5, by the time you come out of school, forget the madrasa, I'm talking about government schools. By the time you come out of there, what are you going to be? So this is the kind of hatred, this is all... when they threw puppy, Jappi and Indians going there, simple Indians, unhe paise nahi lete, taxi driver was so nice and Anarkali Bazaar, I didn't have to pay anything. This is all superficial for 3 days. So I used to ask these people, how many days did you stay there? Try staying there for a month and see how the scales fall.
You keep saying that this is going to land in our doorsteps. What is it that we should be fearful of?
Supposing tomorrow, 250,000 or 500,000 people start marching towards the Indian border because there's no water, there's no food from Sindh and South Punjab. What do you do at your border checkpost if so many find this hajoom aa raha hai aapki taraf? Because it's humanitarian. So you have to think about it now when you have time.
ये एक situation है, Sushant. Then why do you say that we want a Pakistan which is in turmoil? Because अगर turmoil में है, तो this might happen to us.
अब there is a spectrum of possibilities. Right?
Okay.
What Mr. Devasher is talking about is the worst case, right? The best case in my book is a weak, tottering, जो अभी है. What we need is not to be fearful that, and we should not have this Mother India complex that, we must try and save Pakistan. We can't do it even if we wanted to, and we should not want to do it. What you need to prepare yourself for is a disturbed frontier, an endless war. This is a war in which your security forces will be constantly keeping these elements at bay.
Click here to watch the full episode.